Hi everyone, this is Mish,
And Mark.
and we're on our little walk, and it's gonna be a nice little walk, and we're just kind of walking on the road, and it's really nice weather. What's the weather today?
Oh, I think right now it's like 24, 23.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. A little bit of sun, mix of sun and clouds outside, and um, the area is nice and cool, and not many people on the road right now, so which is kind of good.
Yes, we're just doing our regular walk where we go and just go out for 45-minute to an hour walk just to get our steps in. Because, not to get our steps in, that's actually not true. Just for good for digestion post eating your meal. It's just such a healthy thing. So
Yeah, we just had dinner, so we just decided it's a good thing to walk after you eat. In the is it a Western world? No, we're in the Western world, right?
I hope you're in the Western world.
Yeah, we're in the Western world, but in the European uh, part of the hemisphere, a lot of people they eat their dinners and stuff like maybe 5 o'clock or even 3, and then they go for walks. So you find that they are more on the leaner side. They don't get too weighty, but for lack of a better word. But it's healthy to actually go for a stroll. Not to say that you don't allow your food to digest, but you kind of give yourself some time to break down and digest your meal. And
No, it's a known fact that it actually helps. They don't know the mechanism in which it allows you to digest that way. There's some not controversial, but just from some different hypothesis of why. But it's a known fact physiologically, and anyone can attest to that. Anyways, you eat a big meal. What's easier, going sitting in your lazy boy and watching TV and watching your big belly digest, or getting out and going for a walk? So,
yeah, and we're
yeah.
gonna walk on our regular route that we normally take. You're gonna see the area with us, and
Well, they're not going to see the area because
kind
they're
of,
looking at us, huh?
but I'm gonna switch it around. So
Okay.
yeah, so for now you're gonna see us, and then you're gonna see the area. This guy, my husband, he he likes to be protective, like, so I have to walk on the inside of the sidewalk, and he walks on the outside, so if anything happens he gets to hit first.
Yeah, well, I see. It's just the price you pay for being married. Who else is going to make all my dinners? I don't know, my clothes, do everything. I can do. Well, I just go to work, make money, and come home and put my feet up. She massages my feet. She rubs my back. She does all of those things, all for the low price of just being the husband. If you believe any of that, give me a postcard from your oceanfront property in Arizona.
or from Ecuador, where we were watching this video on, it was like a
Beachfront properties.
right, so it was like people were talking about like buying properties about $250,000, and they basically wanted to move all the way out to Ecuador, places like that where people would be considering not a good place to go. But we were kind of inquiring whether we would do something like that or not. Tell us what you think. Moving all the way to Ecuador and living the life on the beachfront.
We're not moving to Ecuador. First off, they're properties for retirement properties for those who just want to have fun and those who can.
Well, even young families, because the persons that we were watching, they had their young families, and they were thinking of bringing their kids and having like a nice beachfront, so that they can enjoy the fun part of life, like, especially like you're always on a vacation, so it's your home, but you feel like you are on a vacation basically how many times of the year you want to travel down there. So I thought that was a great idea. You wake up in the morning and you're actually looking through your bedroom window, and you're looking at the ocean, or was it lake? I don't know.
They were right on. The people who were in Ecuador were right on the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it's a nice opportunity if you have the freedom to do that, like, and especially if you have the kind of job that allows you to work online or something remotely. So it's something to think about. And if you have kids that don't mind living or spending time away, you know, from their friends, I don't know if that would be something that people would naturally consider. But I guess if you have that kind of thought process, you know, where you want to go offshore at certain time of the year, and something that people don't know is like if you're a resident of a country, you can't spend more than 183 days. Otherwise, you will lose your residency. So, if people even think of that, they have to consider that you can't stay outside of your country. And I guess that's Canadian law. So, I'm not sure how it is for other countries, but I would say you can't spend more than half your time outside of your country of residency. So, if you're thinking of something like that, you have to consider those things. Yeah, so we'll show you the view where we are. Yeah, we're walking down. You can probably see the name of the street, and there's a gas station there. Yeah, it's really nice. There's a Tim Hortons there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's a nice, quiet neighborhood. There's a lot of people walking sometimes, and a lot of kids with their families running around with their scooters and their bikes. And it's very family oriented in this area. So see, kids, family walking. Yeah, it's really cool. And then those are some townhouses. Maybe they have different types of townhouses. They have freehold, I believe. Back in the days, I know that